Yep, yep. Checking. Checking this microphone.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to talk for a second. You guys can keep talking, though. This is really, really free form. So, I'm Michelle. Thanks for everybody coming to celebrate my brother, the life of my brother, Beau. And, yeah, how about it? Oh, stop it. Stop it. Yeah, thanks for coming out. So we're going to do some music and just hang out and talk. People can come up, tell a story or two if they want. I think we got some Operation Ivy playing in about, I don't know, I think they're saying 7:30 now, actual music. Oh, sorry. I don't know, some bands are playing. It's going to be great. Anyways, if anyone has anything else or want to pick up a guitar and jam some, they can. Otherwise, yeah, just have fun, right? Right? All right, all right. Here's the mic. this thing? Hello, hello, hello.
Oh, no, I want this first.
You want it first?
I want it first.
So we had some unfinished business from the funeral, if anyone was at the funeral. And there was a story that went on at the funeral, and nobody knew all the details. There was like half-truths being told at the funeral for my brother because it was a funeral. And people were like, you don't say the truth at a funeral because it'd be weird. But yeah, there was some UK stuff going on, right? What happened at UK? When did you tell me, Matt? This is Matt Craig.
So here's the real problem. Brandon really wants you to come up and share stories about your brother. So here's one.
Yes, that's
That might have happened, Big. So, Billy Pito was talking, and he was telling stories about UK. We all went to UK together. The first day at UK, I am in the dining hall, sitting with my high school friends who I hated, and I was sitting with them, and in walk Beau and Billy Pito. That guy. Billy Pito's got something on his nose. He goes, hey. And then Beau's like, hey, Billy, is there something on your face? Billy looks at me, he goes, is there something on my face? I'm like, yeah, it's right here. And he goes, bam. Next thing you know, ranch is covering both of their faces. That is Beau and Billy Pito rubbing ranch on their face. First day of college, while he was still there anyway, because it was a short semester with my friend Ross, who was sitting at the table. He was walking up to his new roommate, showing what an ass we could all be. Both of them covered in ranch in the new dining hall, which is not there anymore because they knocked the towers down at UK. I mean, they almost burned them down, but.
Yeah, at the UK, remember the squirrel? Are you done? You sure? Yeah, a little sweaty. So there was times where the courtyard out there, they had all these squirrels at the university. It was really weird. It's like a nature thing. And then he was out there with a box and a stick and a string. And this is also, because college, you want to meet the ladies. But not Beau, and not Billy. Or maybe, I don't know, or not the rest of us. But yeah, and it was Daniel Witt also. It was Daniel. And they had this box, and then the stick, and the string, and they sat there Indian style, waiting. Not so much for squirrels, but just for, like, people to walk by who were normal students to just look at them and kind of like, don't talk to me. Like that kind of look, Because they were just sitting there trying to catch squirrels with the box. It was really funny. I thought it was fantastic. They went to, Beau took notes at the wrong class. He came back and told us that he was in the wrong lecture, but he did take notes. That was good. That was very cool. When he was a little bit younger, the stories I was trying to remember were the ones that, a lot of people were around for the other ones, but the special ones were like, he and I were, I think we were like 10 or 11 years old, and so we shared the same room and all the other stuff, and he had, we were doing the Halloween trick-or-treating, and we were over in like the high end, I think we were at Lake Forest, so we're getting all like the good swag, and I was always very tall, and Beau was always very short until he got really big in college, and then, which is odd, so and then his shirt came off, and it never went back on, and, but he was a little guy and could pull other things off, and this lady came to the door, and she was very nice, and she said, because we were there late, and she said, we did the trick-or-treat thing, and she was dressed as a French maid. And I said, it was off-putting. And I said to Beau, who's younger, I said, ask her if she's dressed like a prostitute. While she went to get, I don't know, I might have used a different word, but while she went to get the candy, and she's like, oh, what are you all, that? Oh, trick-or-treat. She got candy, came back, and Beau was very sweet-looking and said, are you dressed as a prostitute? And she just died. It was awesome. Sure, she must have been hugely embarrassed. And then she gave us the candy, though, because she wasn't not going to give us the candy, and we just kind of took off. So he could always play that stuff off. Like, he could do things, and it was really not, he could act naive. Graduation, he graduated from Trinity High School, and the year before, I graduated from Eastern High School, and I did something for graduation and kissed the principal's hand or something stupid. They held my diploma. Beau tripped and fell on purpose up the stairs in front of everybody at Freedom Hall. And he looked at it, and he looked back so embarrassed. And they gave him the diploma and just felt bad for him, except for all his friends who knew it was hilarious. Like right across the stage. When we were like 9 or 10, Beau would, the group of us friends, he was extremely mischievous, and that's one of the things I'm gonna miss about him. But we had built this like two-story playhouse thing, right? And so it was two-story, needed a rope ladder to get to the top. And we went back to it to play on it one day or whatever. We're 9 years old maybe. It's just wood that we probably stole from a house that was being built. Sorry, Mom. We're not streaming yet, are we? Anyways, it was wood that was given to us. And then there was a rope ladder to the top, and our friend, we'll call him Scott. I hear Scott scream. And it was like this kind of like guttural, like he's halfway up the ladder and he's yelling, and I couldn't tell what it was. And I look over, and Beau had gotten to the top of the thing first, and he was just peeing. Just with a grin, just an 8-year-old just grinning and peeing on Scott's head, and because it was the scream of a young man who's like torn between falling like 7 or 8 feet, and then putting up with the tinkle, and he was yelling. So he was like, it was a frustrated, like mad and scared, and it was really, really funny. Yeah. Anyways. I got a lot more stories too, but I know other people have some stuff. They probably want to say some stuff about this man, or maybe there's like 350 pictures.
Just one question. How many were with us when we super glued the locks of Trinity shut? Because there were like 3 cars full of us.
We could find them.
And I want to know, because some of them were here. I don't know if Pat was here, but you might have glued it up.
Wait. Okay, I recognize somebody right there. You need to be arrested. You're a school teacher now. We wrecked your dad's car, remember? Yeah, this story gets good. That was the same night. Beau had to go to school and didn't want to go. We didn't want him to have to go to school, so we're like, because we were out, so we're like, we'll glue the door shut at the school, right?
We put glue and toothpicks in all the locks at Trinity High School. Trinity had school the next day, and we didn't. So Brandon and I believe there's a statute of limitations on this, by the way. But I work for JCPS, so fuck those Catholic schools. But no, we stuffed toothpicks in every single door's lock with the keys. We went around the school, did every single one, stuck toothpicks and squirted epoxy residue in on top of the toothpicks. And cops showed up while we were there, but miraculously, like out of a film, the next door we checked was open, and we pushed it in, and we were in the bathroom, and so then we just locked the door, I think, and hid there in the dark as long as we could because we saw the flashlights. Yeah, they were outside. Anyways, Beau wasn't even there, but this was all for Beau, so he wouldn't have to go to school the next day and could stay home with us. And then we went and we ended up TPing a Mormon's house and got chased. I got chased and I lost control of my dad's car and totaled it into a brick wall. And John Bowman didn't have his seatbelt on, and he flew into the air in the car, and his life was saved because his knees hit the headrest.
David George, who had those kind of keys, fell out of the car, like got out of the window. His keys fell in a thing of leaves there at the people's house who weren't happy about the car that hit their fence. And then who else wasn't happy was Billy's dad, because he took his car. And your dad was real mad. He was super awkward because we couldn't leave because our keys were in the leaves and we had to find them. And then Billy was there with his dad. His dad was real mad, just wanted the golf clubs out of the ruined Audi or BMW. Yeah, it was unfortunate. It was unfortunate, yeah. But either way, then Beau still went to school the next day, the end. I know, right? Yeah. Hey, it's not my fault we brought one of my kids tonight. Anybody else? Taylor, give me something you remember about your brother Beau. Stand up, Taylor. This is Taylor Shell. This is Beau's little sister.
Hi, this is happening. Hi, me. What else do I remember? Gosh, but see, I was the brunt of things. I wasn't way out at night and get to party with you guys very much. Okay, I'm nervous. I'm in the background.
Your favorite thing about Beau?
My favorite thing about Beau was that I remember specifically one time I worked for a guy, Nick Rennekamp. Some people know him. Crazy. he found a dead snake anyways, froze it, put it in my car because, no, this is Nick. But then I had a frozen snake in my car, and the only person I knew I could call to get it out was Beau. So he came to my rescue, drove to where I was, because I couldn't touch a snake, let alone a dead, rotting one, and he drove there, took it out for me. Yeah, that's the brother he was. The rotting dead snake. And all the animals, the snakes, I remember all the animals in the house because of Beau. The iguanas, the boa constrictor, the turtles, which Andrew Crutcher apparently got them out of the creek at Anchorage, and I don't even know how, it must have been in a bicycle, and Morgan's house, which was not nearby. There was miles to come. Did you all even have a car? Oh, it was John's car, and they were hauling turtles across to Anchorage to put them in our backyard. So that was exciting. A lot of animals is what I remember most. Yeah. No, I wasn't there for any of the late night shenanigans, or I'm not going to admit that I was. Yeah. If I was.
Good for you. Thank you, Taylor. Taylor Shell, everybody. Anthony's got something, or he's just going to say
a couple things. I have a funny story, one that I think's funny. So when Beau moved back from Hawaii, I just kind of met him because I'd been hanging around with Bryce, and we were at John Hallenberg's house, and we stayed up late, and we got in a hot tub, and the only girl there that night was Lauren. It was the first time we'd met her, or I had. So then there was I can't remember, just a couple of us in the hot tub, but then Beau was like, "Oh, Lauren, do you want me to give you a back rub?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, sure." So then she leaned over, and then Beau took both my feet and just rubbed them all over her back for a couple minutes. She's like, "Yeah, that feels good. Let's go a little higher." And then we went too low, and then she went, "Oh," and Beau's like, "Oh yeah." And the whole time we're trying not to laugh because my feet are just going everywhere. And that was the perfect quintessential Beau thing to do. And I'm sorry, Lauren, that we laughed at your expense, but she's okay with that. And then another tricky move that I learned from Beau was if you're in a crowd and you really have to pee, you point somewhere and get a bunch of people to look at it. And then while you're doing that, you pee on the ground. I saw him do it at Thunder over Louisville while the fireworks were going on, so nobody was looking at him. So that's a useful tool. There you go.
Incidentally, there's a lot of people that know Beau that don't know each other, which has been kind of cool. So you're welcome to take pictures and whatnot. I'm finding out that people I knew didn't know each other or whatever. I'm finding out through Beau because he knew everybody. It's a really roundabout way of saying that if there's people here you don't know, well, you probably did something funny to them with Beau. You probably heard a story about it. There you go.
So I'm Billy's brother, and sophomore year in high school, I visit UK for the first time at Hagen Hall with Billy and Beau, and I guess it was Friday night. First thing we do, Hagen Hall, as you know, has trees, courtyard in the middle. They had a closet full of toilet paper they've been holding on to. So, if you've seen PCU, this is pretty much a scene out of the movie. I don't know whose idea it was. Probably Beau got excited to do it. So we're TP in the middle. The RA's already. No. Yeah. Our RA's already hated these guys. And so these two RAs come in. I think they were twin brothers, weren't they? So it was just, I don't know, it was very strange. I'm a sophomore in high school, running for my life. And all of a sudden, all I could find is a bathroom. And I'm just sitting there what has my brother and Beau gotten me into again? This is ridiculous. And then I'm thinking well, I'm only 15, so I can just walk around and I won't get in trouble.
You took him to college, if you took him to UK at 15? Oh, yeah. Yeah, but Morgan wasn't your brother. Now, we've been hogging the mic. If there's anybody else who would like to say something, I see a lot of tight lips. I think it's just out of fear of incrimination. It's okay, though. Just say Beau did it. Beau did it. Mm-hmm.
There was one more story that I wasn't there for, but I know the guys by the bar right now. Those fellas leaning up there.
The bad kids?
The bad kids. They would be talking to chicks at a bar, and another one would come up and squeeze lemon in their eyes. Whoever was talking to the girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, does that make sense? Like, the guys would try to spit game and hit on chicks, and then one, like Beau or the other friend would come up and be like, and squirt lemon in his eye, and then they would never get girls. So, or maybe they did, but they didn't, not any normal ones. Sorry, Lauren and the other girls, let's be honest. We're special, that's it.
Beau had this thing he would do where, like, we would make a sandwich, and if you got up before you went to eat your sandwich, like if I got up to wash my hands or use the restroom, but the sandwich was there, he would come to the table, and we would do it for each other, but he would take the biggest, like, cartoonish looking bite, like, you know, like the Tasmanian devil when he goes through a wall, it's like that, or when they bite something in the it looks like just a giant bite that probably hard to swallow, and then leave the sandwich there, and then not say anything, and then you go to your sandwich or your hamburger or whatever it was, and there's a big, huge bite out of it. That's funny. Oh, I just remembered, here's a great one. Okay, this is a brilliant piece of maneuvering. He would take a moth. We would go visit friends' houses. We ring the doorbell, wait for the friend to come out, right? Say, is Chad home or whatever, and he would grab a moth from around the lights, right? Because they're always on porches. And he put the moth in his mouth. And then you'd answer the door, and somebody would say, and when Beau would say, oh, is Chad home? The moth would fly out of his mouth. That one's I bet that one would still work. I don't know, I haven't done it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd like to add to that story. We'll continue our discussion in just a minute, but this involves Billy Pito. The moth trick, that's a fantastic trick. So yeah, there's other ways you can use the moth or any kind of bugs that are in the area. Billy was trying to also do this trick in a similar fashion, where he had seen Beau take a moth or a bug, put it in his nose, and then make it come out of his mouth. Billy didn't quite understand the trick, though, because Beau would take the moth or bug, put it in his mouth, and then be like, hey, watch this cool trick I can do, and like pretend to catch another moth, put it in his nose, and then spit out the moth from his mouth. But we were hanging out at somebody's house, I have no clue where, with our friend Billy Pito here. And sorry, this is at your expense, Billy, but Billy's like, hey, everybody, watch this. And he grabs a lightning bug, which were really pretty at that night, I remember. And he's like, watch this, I can make it come out my mouth. And he shoves it in his nose and goes, and he's spitting for a few minutes, and then finally Beau in his like casual form is like, you don't know the trick, do you, Billy? He's like, what? He's like, and then he told us what he actually did, and so I told my kids that story, and they felt really bad for the lightning bug, so. But yeah. Hey. Whoa, that was a crazy story. So I think, all right, I'll stand up. This is fine. But I'm gonna make it more sentimental. So what I really enjoyed about Beau was his randomness, and I think out of all the stories here, either his randomness or his ability to create these random experiences, which I adored and loved, and he, would often just make everybody laugh at other people's expenses, but in the mostly the most innocent way. But, sorry, where am I going with this? Oh, I had like a number of stories that I mixed around in my head. But the other thing I liked about Beau is his ability to, I guess, support you as a musician or me. I played in a number of bands, and always like come up to you, praise you or sing along with you. His ability just to sing along and enjoy music with you. That's where I'm going with this. All right, I think I'm gonna get there. Yeah, so. Well, this goes back to your house, actually. No, sorry, wait, where am I going with this? Anyway, I'm going to stick with the randomness thing. So I played in a band called Tasty Face. And Jason Hester and I went down to South Carolina to play the show with that Joe Argabright had set up. And it was in this random bar in Charleston, South Carolina. We didn't know anybody there. We were pretty nervous. Had never played a show in South Carolina. Hadn't played that many shows, but we're like trying to feel big and like confident about the show. And like Joe and his friends were there, which is really cool. But we're like setting up, and everyone's kind of like sitting in the corner, looking at us, waiting for these guys to start playing. And we start playing, and it's going pretty well. We're playing pretty well. But in one song in the middle of it, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Beau just appears. We had no clue that he was going to be in Charleston, South Carolina. He didn't know that we were going to be there, but the randomness of him just showing up, coming in, and it was a song we were chanting. Sorry, actually, I lost the story. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Beau was, so yeah, right. So what he was doing, showed up, it was beautiful, he supported us. He randomly appeared once again, and afterwards we found out earlier he was just hanging out on a trip. I don't know if anyone else was there with him that's here tonight. Were you there, John? But you guys were like, for whatever reason, out like chasing alligators on a golf course earlier that day. Yeah. This story went in many different ways. But I appreciate Beau. Oh, that would go into a whole other rambly mess. So I'm not going to say that. But I do want to say thanks to Joe. I'm going to bring this actually back to this guy because Joe set up this whole thing for the Shell family, for Beau. So big round of applause to you, Joe. Thanks for letting me circle this back to a round of applause. Please take this from me.
All right, I'll take this. I got it. All right. We could do some music if you guys want to. Who's gonna sing? No, nothing. Nobody, come on. All right. I think the bands are gonna play now. But everyone back there wants to talk. Nobody's got.
Just go point people out.
I should. No. Yeah.
Go point them out.
Raccoon night when you guys see the raccoon at the windshield.
Maybe, no. Anything that's not gross. Let's get some diversity. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, you got one more? We got time for one more, as long as it's not going to make anybody sick or get anybody arrested, I guess.
This is probably the most nefarious story. John just reminded me, but this is kind of funny because this involves a lot of Louisville people. So like, we came back from UK and we kind of learned at UK that you run from police, right? When the police come to a party, you run, right? And because it's a bit of a police state there in Lexington, but here, we didn't understand. When you run from police, they think, oh, you're doing something wrong, right? And so we were at a party, and the police came, and so our first thought was run. So we run. And apparently the police weren't there for the party. They were there because there had been a burglary in the neighborhood. And so they ended up arresting Tom Vernizzi because it was his party. And so he hated us for a while and wanted to beat me up for a while. And then Beau ended up getting jumped at a party by some other guys, all because we saw police and ran from a party. But that got really dramatic. I mean, I've got a bunch of other stories, like sleeping outside of K-Lair on UK's campus because we wanted to be there when they opened.
Jumped down into that bike.
Why don't you tell the story, John?
I only know that part.
Well, he ran from the police across the city that night. John really wants me to tell this, but like that night from that party, he literally ran across the city having police chase him. But what else? I don't know if I have any more stories. My daughter wants me to sing a song, but I can't think of anything Beau would want me to sing. Junkyard dogs, I'm a man without a plan. What I really need is an. That's probably one of the first songs Beau wrote. I don't know what else I got. I was gonna tell another story about UK. I remember. I was laughing at something we did. I was trying to. Maybe Pat remembers. There was this punk music magazine here in Louisville. I keep wanting to call it Hard Times, but I think that's just the funny thing on Facebook or whatever. There was a magazine called The Hard Times, right? Yeah, okay. So people would write into it, and Beau and I, as teenagers, wrote in that we were two young bachelors that liked to skateboard and walk through the park, and they surprisingly published it, and we were always really proud of that. And it just said, Beau and Billy. And it was like a love note to some fictional females that would want to do fun things with us. They never appeared, but I was thinking about that the other day. Gave me a good chuckle. I don't know. The world was here to entertain us, it seemed back then.
Absolutely. I don't know. I don't need to hear any more. There's one more little story. Well, are you going to tell it, or have to tell it for you? Okay, you got this. John Hallenberg, tell a story.
It's actually an Andrew Crutcher story.
Oh, okay.
Anybody familiar with between the 4th and 5th hole at Owl Creek? They have a bridge that's hollow and metal. Well, it had bees in it. Well, Andrew and Beau had learned that the bees were there and hung out and waited for a golfer to come up and be like, "Hey, boys, what are you doing?" Comes up, look in the hole. Bang, 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 bang. They run off. The guy's just getting attacked by bees. Like, help me. That was them as kids.
Wait. Hold on. We got a story from Bosnia coming up. Amir, everybody. Amir.
Well, I think it was said before, but he also liked a good fight, but he never punched down, and I remember he went down the wrong way. No, I did. I drove down the wrong way down the drive-through at the restaurant after hours, and we got into a brawl, but anyway, he never punched down, and he just, I don't know, he was very brave, and I was gonna say it better, but he was just the best guy.
All right. Yeah, all right. There you go.
Hey, everybody. My name is Tony. None of y'all know me except for this guy right here. We met 2017, 2018 through Louisville Film Society, Susie Eastman's group. Great lady, great. If y'all ever want to get into independent film in Louisville, if you don't know Susie Eastman, you should. But we met at the Speed Museum, which was a very unlikely place for a couple of gangsters like us. But, yeah. Exactly. So Brandon was in an absolutely hysterical short film, and I was that guy that was sitting way up in the back of the balcony asking totally obscene questions about everybody else's film. And Brandon would just look at me and kind of wink and nod, and we became sort of kindred spirits that very evening and have kept a friendship ever since. And I'm sorry I did not get to know Beau at all. I'm probably the only person here that didn't know him, but I'm here for the Shell family, and Brandon's a great dude, and I'm happy to know all you guys, and I'm happy to be here tonight and thrilled to be in Louisville. So here's to our good friend Beau, who I never met, but you know, I'll see him on the other side. Thanks, guys. Here's to Beau and Brandon and the Shell family.
Cheers. Cheers to you, yeah, in my bottle. Thanks, Tony. Yeah. Several people were in that. Well, let's see here. Any more embarrassing stories? Anything? I don't know. There's like a million of them. You could probably talk about any of the pictures. I could say something was weird. Oh, that was here. That was here. Look, we're wearing each other's shirts, because that's what you do. You don't want to wear your own band shirt. That'd be embarrassing. Wait, I'm wearing their shirt again. Okay, and there's Tyler, cousin Tyler, baby cousin. And there we are with towels. Yep. Oh, I don't know, some of these people are here too. Yeah, Beau had a lot of pictures. He took a lot of pictures. He's a handsome fellow. Let's just find Cheryl. Yeah, well, we were just waiting on, sorry.
What are you doing?
No, okay. You know what, we'll do a little house music until we get to the, till the band's gonna start. Band's gonna start, wait, oh, you have something? All right. Hey, who are you, by the way?
I'm Tara.
Hey, Tara.
Most don't know me, but hi. So I don't really have like an embarrassing story about Beau, but it's something that's really endearing. It was right before Bryce was going to Ireland, and even though this was in the time of CDs and burning CDs, he spent an entire night, because I was trying to sleep on the couch, but I could not, because he was mixing all these mixtapes full of music that he wanted to make sure that Bryce took over to Ireland with him. And it was just, he was very diligent about how he wanted to get these songs on here, and he didn't want him to forget these sounds when he was over there. And it was just such a sweet thing that he did. And then he did something that was maybe not so sweet. He put a squirrel carcass on my car one time. Yep. And so I was parked outside of Lauren's, and I had stayed the night, and I went back out to my car, and I found this squirrel carcass out there, and I was like, I came back inside in a huff, and I was all pissed off. And he's like, oh, I'm so glad somebody else found Chuckles, because it had been on the street for like a good week and a half. I mean, we had all seen it, and it ended up underneath on my windshield, and then he was really happy that somebody he knew had found it instead of a stranger, so he could see the reaction that had been had. So, yes, so just two good memories that I have of the fun times that we've had with the Kodiaks and being around this stage and Crescent Hill Baptist and good stuff.
Thanks, Tara. That wasn't too bad, actually. You brought it back around to Dead Animal, but still, let's hear it for No Dead Animals for a good 2 or 3 minutes. Yeah? All right. Richard, when was the last time you saw Beau?
Oh, man. It's been probably since Salt Lake City, Utah. We were screwing around out there.
Yeah? What were you doing?
We were trying on ladies' lingerie.
How did it look? No.
We didn't.
Something more embarrassing than that.
Something more embarrassing than that? No, that was just me. He was kind enough to watch, you know. I'd get lonely when I do that kind of thing, and I need some company.
All right. This is when the last time you saw Beau. No stories?
The last time I saw Beau? That's a good question, man. I tell you, he came, I can't remember the last time, but there was one time when, so I was living in Salt Lake City. I think I was like 18 years old. Beau must have been like 21. And we heard about this show in Provo, Utah. I can't remember the name of the band. It was like a ska band. So he came and picked me up, and we're all excited to go down to this show. And we show up, and it's the name of the band is correct, but it's the wrong band. It's like this really shitty country band or something. and we're all geared up for this ska punk show. So, yeah, it was a good laugh, and I'm trying to remember what we did instead. Yeah, I think we just.
Did you just go and enjoy it?
Did we go? No, I think we blew off and went and screwed around the mountains or something. Because Beau was very adventurous like that. Yes, that's what I remember. That's I think what I remember most about Beau. You did put me on the spot, and.
I hadn't seen you in years. It'd been years, and then he said, "I'm going to rob you" or something in the parking lot a minute ago, to me. And, yeah, he's really handsome. I was like, "I don't mind at all, sir." He's like, "You didn't even jump," and I'm like, "Jump? I was Twitter-pated." Yeah, you look good. All right. Let's. I'm down, guy. All right. Yeah, okay, you guys ready? Are we gonna do you guys gonna play? So people are gonna play music. All right. Do you guys have a name for your, do you have a name for the band that's the Operation Ivy doing these songs?
The Kodiaks.
Oh, we have Operation Ivy here tonight. That means nothing to like most of the room. That's right. All right.
Buzz.
Take your jacket off. Stay a while.
everybody.
All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sound system gonna bring me back up, yeah. One thing that I can depend on. Sound system gonna bring me back up, right? One thing that I can depend on. Try to describe it from the limit of my ability. It's there for a second, then it's given up what it used to be. Can't get music somehow more than just sound. It's inspiration coming from music around. But you always know that it's gonna have to go. You always know that she'll be back in the cold. Point out the part yourself was faded and the song is always coming. You get hope for just a second, then it's gone, right? Sound system gonna bring me back up, yeah. One thing that I can depend on. Sound system gonna bring me back up, right? One thing that I can depend on. Static pulse inside this music bringing us escape. It's only temporary, changing nothing in its place. Just a second, but we're leaving all this shit behind. Just a second, but we're leaving just as much behind. To resist despair, that second makes you see. To resist despair, you can hear everything. To resist despair in this world is what it is, what it is, what it is to be free. Sound system gonna bring me back up, yeah. One thing that I can depend on. Sound system gonna bring me back up, right? One thing that I can depend on. Sound system, wake up in the morning, bust the shades and let the sun in. Time's getting tough, about time to start running. Box in my hand, music by my side, yeah, I'm skating to the rhythm of the music by my side. Sound system gonna bring me back up, yeah. One thing that I can depend on. Sound system gonna bring me back up, right? One thing that I can depend on. Sound system gonna bring me back up, yeah. One thing that I can depend on. Sound system gonna bring me back up, right? One thing that I can depend on. Sound system, sound system.
Can I get more guitar in the monitor?
Reach to the world, see another side. But it is something when you have the open eyes. Waiting by alarm, 15 minutes of punching. 20 minutes eating, 30 seconds at the door. Look outside, look into the eyes. They are pressing a bomb, looking at never touched before. Feel another couple like what's in the shell. If we're scared of one another, fucking scared of ourselves. Oh, we're just another crowd. 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 We need a guy instead. Drinking in the Badlands, liquid bound to the poor. Another member of the crowd goes down, the drown at the liquor store. To the scams of the heartlands, a product hand to hand. If you feel like a wasp in the swamp, you gotta get away any way that you can. Oh, we're just another crowd. 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 We need a guy instead. Oh, we're just another crowd. 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 We need a gathering instead. All right.
You guys ready? Feedback thing.
We're Operation Ivy.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Old Irish band.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, take warning, and you gotta take warning. Stand by your friends, wrong or right. Can't call that justice when it's just a stupid excuse to fight, single out and attack. What you got, no defense. You call that a new way of thinking. I call it regression to ignorance. Take warning, take warning. Take warning, take warning. New generation coming up, we really gotta stand up to them. Take warning, take warning. No one's got nothing against you, unless you got something to prove. We don't need no new set of standards. We don't need no new set of rules, man. Heard all that shit before about stomping out any difference. We stand together, and not to fight, but just to exist. Take warning, take warning. Take warning, take warning. Intimidation coming up, we really gotta say no to them. Take warning, take warning. Enough is enough is enough. Why don't you just ease up? I saw another beat down last night and take warning. Who's the next to hit the ground tonight and take warning? Take warning. Take warning, take warning. Take warning, take warning.
Cool dudes. All right. C,
This
right?
is our
Yeah.
this is our last song.
Hey, so I'm pretty sure Beau's first tattoo was the Operation Ivy Energy guy. So that's why we're playing these songs.
I got one more.
Because also he liked them. He liked their music.
I got one more quick story, and then we'll start this, because it might be a good lead-in if we can figure this out. So, I was over at Billy Pito's house again. I'm always bringing that guy, wherever he may be now, into these stories, but I don't know if it was Billy's dogs or somebody else's dog, but Beau loves animals. There's a dog there. I love it. Beau was like, hey, Pat, come here, check this out. And went over, and he's like, look, this dog's a karaoke machine. And I was like, what? He's like, it's a karaoke machine, watch. And he took his foot and he started rubbing it on the dog, and the dog's foot started going. He's like, watch this, rub his belly. I was like, all right. So I rubbed his belly and his foot was going. He's like, I know, things are getting tougher when you can't get the top of the bottom of the barrel. And he starts singing along. So we probably spent a good half an hour talking about, or singing songs with this dog flapping his foot. That was our karaoke machine dog. It was brilliant. Let's do this.
Not that song, though.
Different song.
Different song. All right. Johnny's leading it.
When you're dying, like giving a pump, you're living, smoking dope, you're singing the same old song. Yeah, it's all in the same you're dying. Giving a pump, you're living, smoking dope, you're singing the same old song. Yeah, it's all the same. I got no, nothing in mind. I got no, nothing in mind. I was trying a new adventure, buying that old peer pressure, wasting my mind away, but no reason. I was going mad, I was hating my mom and dad. I was riding that sinking ship. Thank God I never did slip.
So we're doing a bit of a musical variety show tonight. So here we go, something different.
I did figure it out, but whatever. You're gonna sing that part too. All right, it's just like 1, 6, 5, 4, right? Yeah. Yeah. Try it out. Tell me if that's enough distortion.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, so we got a lot of different music going on tonight.
Yep.
So we're the Derby City Project, and we haven't really played in, I guess, 17 years. So good. That's good. Yeah. Who has jackets and shirts and boxes? Good for you. Yeah. We're just gonna do one. Hey, but it should be noted. So the last time the Derby City Project played, we had a band member who's not with us anymore, Matt Jahay. So a lot of you guys knew Matt. We lost Matt in the pandemic that first spring, so back in spring 2020. And Matt Jahay like touched everybody musically and rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, but he was really awesome. So I was gonna get a round of applause for Matt Jahay, if you guys would. All right. Now, if it sucks, it's because Matt's not in the band. And if it still sucks, it's because, well, it'll be fine.
Check.
Oh, let's see here. Oh, sound level. Sorry, we didn't. My bad. Screw that up.
Is there a way to get guitar in the monitor?
It should be. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, we just sound check
Sorry.
without Pat.
I don't know if somebody's.
He gave us what we needed.
Why sound check if I'm just gonna get up here and ruin everything?
Yeah. You can at least tell your tuning joke.
Oh yeah. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna do this old Japanese number some of you might know. It's called Tun Ying. That used to kill like 17 years ago. That was the funniest joke.
It's a different time.
Different time. Yeah, I just got
We're
canceled.
never allowed to do that anymore.
You know what we should do? We should play. Wait. No, we're good. Okay, I'm going like that. With a Riverdale stance, then I'll come down here. All right. You ready?
Not a day goes by that I don't see a faded reminder of what used to be. Days when tomorrow could never come soon enough. There it is. And I recall the mistakes I made, cause I heard the friends betrayed. But so wide and I'm afraid I may never patch things up. Patch things up. I try to look the other way, yeah. So I'm driving my car to the store when I heard a song from years before, and I couldn't take the thought that things they would never be the same. So much has gone by so fast, and you wish you could have made things last. That's the last thing on your mind when you're caught up in this game we call life. I try to look the other way, yeah. The memories tucked away. Still one thought remains. Will you ever see the day when things are like old times?
If I could, would I do it all again? If I could change my mistakes, would it come to the same end? If I could, would I do it all again? Well, if I could, hell yeah, I would, and I'd do it all again.
As the tear builds up as I drive too fast, heaviness is felt deep inside as I try not to cry. That's my old school mind, soccer field in my swimming pool. That's inside yesterday as I looked the other way. I try to look the other way. I think I'm seeing all the memories of yesterday.
Still got it.
Thank you. Reunion show next summer.
2022.
Hey, I think Kodiaks should play next. Oh, I'll stay and I'll sing Beau's part.
Don't tell everybody.
I keep ruining it. Spoiler alert.
So here we are. Oh. I don't know that. I don't get that reference.
So which one's on mine?
You're gonna be there. So now we're the Kodiaks. Yeah. And to fill a missing hole, we've asked Brandon up here sing a song.
You swapped a shell.
Swap the shell. He's got to reach down deep, deep into his gut to find that low tone.
Hello, right outside the window.
We're weak though. Let's see here. Got some lyrics? All right. All right. I think I got it. We got this.
All right, guys.
I call you now. Let's see here. What's it?
You ready? He's ready. He's ready. We're ready. Are you guys ready?
Okay, they are.
Finally, somebody's paying attention. Brandon, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
We're ready.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I call you now when I tell you not to wait for me. I can always love you, but I can't stand it. You can see all the heartache and confusion just drag around. It's a say, cause I know the one I own to let you down. Never wanted to say goodbye. No, it's anything a fucked up lullaby. I can't believe that I put you through this stuff for years. Believe it now, cause I can swallow my own tears. All the times who revive, who would love you better. Not to say, cause I knew that it would upset her. Never wanted to say goodbye. No, it's anything a fucked up lullaby. Even when she closed the door on me, I only wondered, is this real? Unholy matrimony. But even through all your suffering, I only wonder how you feel. Spent 10 years trying to satisfy these evil demons. Whiskey beers, but I can't seem to freaking please them. Apologize for the harm that I have done. I'm just a boy on his way to die far too young. Never wanted to say goodbye. Now it's a fucked up lullaby. It would have been a good jet song. We could have lived happy ever after. But in this fairy tale, our hearts for sale and whiskey sells for cheap. Never wanted to say goodbye. Now it's a fucked up lullaby. And even when she closed the door to me, I only wonder, is this real?
got hurt in that jump.
OSHA's gonna be onto us though. OSHA. That was an OSHA violation. So this next song is about being young and stupid.
Why? What do you mean?
Be like believing in ghosts and stuff.
What are you talking about? I've lived my whole life by that.
You believe in ghosts? Am I sure?
Some people do.
We're at like a funeral.
That was pretty cool, but whatever.
I mean, Beau's probably a ghost right here with us right now, so. You guys ready?
It's messed up.
It's messed up. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's weird? Oh, all right. Yeah.
Okay.
This next song went number 3 on the charts on my playlist on my phone that I listen to my own music.
It's this guy. Funny. Real funny.
I wrote all these jokes last night, practiced them in front of the mirror in the green room in the back. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Wake me up in this beautiful dream and tell me you don't wanna be with me. I'm missing you now. Oh, oh, oh. Call me an alcoholic kid, but that don't mean that we can't be friends. Want you around. Oh, oh, oh. Tonight you gave me your heart. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know how. But once you're out, we can walk through the zoo at the Newport Aquarium, feel the sharks in a pool, and oh 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 oh. 7 days, you slipped on the ring, you can take it right off like it's no big thing. I don't know how. No, I don't, yeah. Heat the freeze, somehow ease the pain. And heat the freeze, ease the pain. I wonder where would you be if you never knew me. If I never met you, girl, I'd still be stuck in this drug infested terrarium. Go on and wake me up from this terrible dream. Jesus Christ, you know what I mean. Oh, 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 oh. Still, I bet you're doing alright, storing your heart in somebody else's mind again. Burn me out and heat the freezer, ease the pain. Oh, heat the freezer, ease the pain. Heat the freezer, ease the pain. Thank you.
Stick in the mud while we're staying.
Oh, yeah, yeah, all right. Good. Wake him up. Let's get him. Let's do the thing. Are you gonna use that? Use that one?
Introducing Bryce Freeman Shell on the Hammond organ.
You know, old people do this. That's me now. I do that now.
Or maybe not.
Yeah, Anthony taught me this part, but this is the new thing I've.
All right.
No, don't tell us. Tremolo, light on fast.
Yeah, you can just leave it fast. You know, thing.
Okay, I hear you. That's how you're feeling? Okay.
All right, let's try this one. This is another experiment.
This is a song about destiny, brain chemistry we're born with, the outside influences that are upon us. Nothing we can do to change it. So why does he go to heaven? Why does she go to hell?
NYU, by the mud, by the riverbanks, G.I. Joe's, splashing bombs with my toys. For the beware of the confusion like to throw me, but out come the wolves, the city to show me.
Every street was paved with concrete, every town was made of blocks. A scientific explanation to every apathetic thought. And the gods, they must be crazy, giving man these legs to walk. Results of chemical reactions, this lonely, muddy rock.
I spent a lot of time, I was hanging with the wrong crowd. Some might say I was the county rebel, but ADDICDE. Out come the wolves and the city to greet me. Now I know why I'm feeling dirty. Now I know why I'm feeling empty. Oh, now I know why nothing at all, just a stick in the mud.
And as I grew, I knew just where to turn at every junction. Every moment was the product of a mathematic function. Every notion systematic, every problem was an equation. These pictures of this place, I took through self-destruct an occasion.
Empty eyes, see it jaded, idle on vacation, but a big bad wolf, he prescribed my medication to say sayonara, the peace and quiet. Now I'm part of the pack, like creep and a riot. Now I know why I'm feeling dirty. Now I know why I'm feeling empty. Oh, now I know why nothing at all, just a stick in the mud.
It's been a long time, I should have left you off with the creek for the crooked beat refuge. Down in the depths of the seas of Neptune, it's the crooked town beach you step to. You know it, I know that they are the Weeblos, and we know that they go. Anyway, the wind blows, it ain't that hard to make your mother cry. No, you can do it too with a DUI. So
Why don't you know you'll end up dead if you dance with devil's girls or you dog on dogs. You're that crow wrong, cause I know inside a wolf is looking to shoot you on. Now I know why I'm feeling dirty. Now I know why I'm feeling empty. Oh, now I know why nothing at all, just a stick in the mud.
don't surprise I came here to know you know why we want woo, cause baby, when in hell, you better do as the demons do. Not the young men dwell in the blood, make sure you got so much clean and shit, man. No more time, and it won't be long, we leave with a motherfucking woman. So now you're down on your knees, and you're wondering why. Blaming the root of the reckless, bleeding the roads of the cities that bled. This spill your blood, the shame of the people, beg your God to spare your people. All the things that all you've done in the position of the rock relations that determine the conditions, allow life to flourish, and these events to unfold.
Emotions collide, but you're not just trouble. I stumble on my word. I step on skate through a DEA parade. Barefoot, I walk the line, the goals are getting hotter. I had enough on my head and hurried to the bottom. Only young ones say old forever. No, he did.
Man on the big side.
Yeah, he did.
No, you got it. You were right, yeah. You guys want to do my worst day? I don't know. Well, yeah, we could do that. All right.
You might want to adjust your microphone, Bryce. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we can do that too.
We could do that.
Just don't boss us around.
Got a lot of stuff to do still.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for everybody that made this happen, like Joe and Cheryl, Brandon, Tim, headliners, Brycey. Thank you. And everybody else, all of you. And Beau, I guess.
Yeah, he's the reason he made this happen, really.
Yeah.
He said he wanted to play a show. Bye, Ivy. Bye, Eleanor. Yes. All right. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. All right, here we go. You ready?
impossible. Oh my gosh, I'm so great right now. I thought you were the one for me, but I can't wait till I was 23. I thought they were the ones for me, but they've gone. Oh, so I got my GED. I thought they were the ones for me, but they're gone. Thought they weren't ready for me, but they've got their rhymes on a PhD. Fuck off. I thought you were the one for me. Whoa, God knows when I'll find the right motherfucker with the right frame of mind. And I know when things will be fine.
Right, let's do that.
Worst day?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that shit.
Do you sing on that microphone? I think he's changing the levels every time you sing on that, but it's fine.
Oh, really?
I guess we did a sound check for like.
No, that's cool. I can sing on this.
Actually, I don't know how it works anymore. It's been so long. I don't know what's we're supposed to do. I can hear you clearly. We've got word that they can hear us clearly on YouTube. They can. Thank you to YouTube
Thank you, YouTube.
for making this all possible.
Sorry, I'm gonna use this mic one last time. Sorry, sound people.
Here I am. Ready?
Light shines through my window, it awakes me far too bright. There is this gap in my holiday, and I pray that my worst day was yesterday. But today seems to be a bit the same. Now I pray that my worst day was yesterday, but today seems to be a bit the same. Now I wish that when I woke up out of bed I stand up proud, but there is this gap in my mind where an ever-darkening cloud, it changed me from the light I know, and it's changed my shadow black. Well, why has the time passed so fast? I wish I could go back, and now I pray that my worst day was yesterday, but today seems to be a bit the same. Now I pray that my worst day was yesterday, but today seems to be a bit the same. In the basement all alone, upstairs rest the guests, and they're in town for the holidays. In the den, the uncles eating almonds, watch the game. In the basement all alone, upstairs rest the guests, 'cause they're in town for the holidays. In the den, the uncles wiping almonds off their chin. Now I pray that my worst worst day was yesterday, but today seems to be a bit the same. Now I pray that my worst day was yesterday, but today seems to be a bit the same.
Yeah, did you get 2 songs in or so?
Anthony's freaking out. He's all sweating. Yeah.
This is like a funeral, pretty much.
That's true.
Why would that matter?
How many shirts are off in the photos? Is anybody counting? Nobody can figure out how many though. It's so wild.
It's like one of those things where it's a bunch of jelly beans in a jar, and if you guess how many nipples you see in the pictures, then you like get one of his old pairs of pants. Growing old is an E.
All right.
Here's one from our upcoming album. It's almost all the way done.
I know. We have an album coming out pretty soon. Yeah. So.
It's actually pretty good.
It's actually pretty good.
I listen to it a lot.
Just saying.
Yep. You guys ready?
Yeah. In these dreams, times are getting tough. I fell asleep in school and now I can't wake up. Give me one more chance to show that I've not died. Give me one more chance to show that I'm alive. Well, I walk a lot, walking helps me think. When I think I feel the less time I lose. My heels have worn through 1,000 soles of a torn up shoe. And most of my friends are dying young or having kids. And I'm not ready for neither, but it won't get any less harder to live. Whoa, 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 we're growing old. Whoa, 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 we're growing old. Most of my friends are dying young or having kids. And whoa, 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 we're growing old. Started small, ended up wide and tall. And now I'm waking up at just about 40 years old. This pain of growing old, it's not just in my head. As it travels through my nerves and fires down my leg. Oh, we're growing old. Whoa, whoa, we're growing old. Lifestyle to please, young casualties. And whoa, we're growing. Oh. Boys, we're growing old, and stories ain't mama knows. Hide, bucket boys, we're growing old. Stories ain't mama knows. Hide, bucket boys, we're growing old. Stories ain't mama knows. Hide,
Whoa, 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 we're growing old. And give me one more chance to wake up with my soul. Whoa, 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 we're growing. Oh, 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 oh. Bucket boys, we're growing old. Story safe on my nose. Hide, bucket boys, we're growing old. Story safe on my nose. Hide, bucket boys, we're growing old. Story safe on my nose. Hide, bucket boys, we're growing old. And we'll just stay safe on my nose. Hide, bucket boys. Hide, bucket boys. We'll do one more Kodiak song. Yeah. We haven't practiced this one. We haven't played this one in a long, long time. And I haven't heard it in a long, long time.
So if you
we'll just do it.
If you need help, just look at somebody who knows it. Maybe look at my mom. She knows it.
No, I'll make this face. If you see me making this face, tell me what to say next. These days waste away as I think about death and pain. See my friends dressed up like soldiers with their heads ripped off of their shoulders. 3,000 slain in a battle to stop world trade. As I watch from my TV all the bleeding and the screaming wonder who made the world this way. If there's a change in my world today with all the bleeding and screaming, you need someone to blame. It's a world where everything's dying and the only thing left is hate. People give up on their own damn lives and they watch some shitty show on how to stereotype. They're brainwashed by the TV and the media, and now you're in the capitalism cage. There's people in the streets tonight with no home, addicted to the drink that the media sold, living for nothing, they're only a hope. Singing them a song, singing them a song. This one's for the poor and the broken down. Cause the rain is cold, but the people's souls are colder. Colder than the poor, crawling on the floor. Had too much to drink, but they only want more. And the melody is enough to keep them from dying. And oh, but what about the children in the faraway lands? Just as innocent as the most innocent American. And as the sleeping planes are creeping overhead, dropping bombs up upon Baghdad. When their government refused to be abused, so you drop and you kill them all dead. What's this war for? It's all about money, sweet money, and the price of oil and deficit. Yeah. And I don't care what fucking ranks you're in, I'm gonna let you know. No matter how many people you kill, there's still no freedom at home. People in those lands with different minds, eyes like yours and eyes like mine. How you gonna kill them when you don't even know them? Singing them a song, singing for a song, to open people's eyes and help us get along. If the reality is enough, gotta keep them from fighting. Fighting all the world, killing all their mothers, shooting all the sons and killing all their brothers. If the melody is enough, gotta keep them from dying. in mine. Eyes like yours and eyes like mine. Are you gonna kill them when you don't even know them? But we know you. Yeah, we know you. You think of me a traitor. Traitor from the land of the murderers. But a man that make it seem righteous when they fight with their stupid patriotic closed mind. But it's my right, it's my life, and it's my right to my life. You cannot have my blood. No way I'm gonna die for an economy when you started this war. With your mind all overpowering, and power kills us all. And money makes our goals, but music's got my soul and it won't let go. Oh no! You talk about draft like I'm some kind of tool in a box. But I won't fight this one, cause that's a ridiculous rule. And I ain't gonna go, and I ain't gonna go. I don't think fighting is fun. I ain't gonna go, and I ain't gonna go. I ain't shooting no one. I'd rather be in jail with my head bent down, thinking of a sound that's a beautiful sound. The sound always stays around. Singing another song and songs for all. Let it bring you up when you're feeling down. The melody is enough to keep you from dying. It'll live inside your mind. Celebrate your time. Play your favorite tune, even if it's not mine. Cause the melody makes money look like poverty. It's fucking true. This song's for you. That's the hardest part.
All right. So, no. We're the Kodiaks. Hey, we're gonna move to the next phase of our musical adventure.
These guys are probably so mad that they had to wait for us to get done and all that. Oh my God.
We had to do our ego thing first.
They kind of look mad.
So, when Beau came back from Hawaii, he introduced lots of things to our friend group. Lots of things I hadn't seen before. One of them being the Pogues, which has since become one of my favorite bands and for the last 20 years. So, in his honor, we're gonna do some songs by that band. Somebody probably has one. I think we are, yeah.
Why'd you have those some words start after each verse? You know how I do that in order sometimes? Okay. So I'm gonna hold this. Cool. It's my thing.
Eve, Polly, are you out there somewhere? Well, we can play Trans-Metropolitan to start, but... hey, she wouldn't have just left. I just don't know where she is.
Let's do Trans-Metropolitan while Eve
All right, let's do that.
We're missing one person.
Danielle went looking for her.
Here.
Yes.
Got it?
Yeah. She's doing that rock star thing. It's like stumbling on stage. She's like Shane McGowan.
Classic.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's still do Trans Metropolitan. Trans. All right, you guys ready? Let's do Trans. All right. No, let's do Strings of Whiskey then.
Oh my god.
All right, so we're gonna pretend like we can play these like real adults. No offense. I mean, cool. Talking. Are you guys ready? Strings of Whiskey. All right, we go. I'm gonna do it 3. 1, 2, 3.
In this world of ours, but the older man was drumming thinks he had too many powers. It's sad to say the cravings of the people I don't believe. They took the road for guidance in the morning. We walked into the station in the rain. We guessed him as must be on my way. So buy me beer and whiskey, cause I'm going far away. I'd like to think I'll be returning when I can to the greatest land of loser and the Sally McLennan. The virtues of Sally McLennan. I took the cheers and drank the beers and crawled back home at dawn. I ended up a barman in the morning. I took the hump and played the pump and water whiskey down. I talked to whores and eyes to them and I drank the brown. I heard him say that Jimmy's making money far away. Some people left for heaven without one. And we walked into the station and the rain. We kissed him as we put him on a train. And we sang him a song on a time's long gone. Though we knew that we'd be seeing him again. Sad to say, I must be on my way. So buy me beer and whiskey, cause I'm going far away. Far away! To think I'll be returning when I can. The greatest battle loser at the Sally McLennan. When Jimmy came back home, he was surprised that they were gone. He asked me all the details and a train that they went on. Some people there scared to croak, but Jimmy drank until he choked. Took the road for heaven in the morning. We walked him to the station and the rain. We kissed him and we put him on a train. And we sang him a song, time's long gone. Although we knew that we'd be seeing him again. Sad to say, I must be on my way. So buy me beer and whiskey, cause I'm going far away. I'd like to think I'll be returning when I can to the greatest land of loser at the Sally McLennan.
All right.
Hey, Dave. All right, let's do it. All right. Let's keep it.
I met my...
You guys ready?
We'll just start playing it.
What's that, Dave?
Hey, maybe turn off the keyboard mic.
Hold on. You're saying it's the long bazooki or the long mandolin? Can you kill it in the monitors?
Okay.
If it's sound? I don't know. Okay. Well, I don't have a good solution.
Should I just turn it down?
Okay. Everybody just relax. Okay?
Okay, you ready? Here we go.
Yeah. It's not about you guys right now. We have the stage.
Met my love by the gasworks wall. Dream the dream by the old canal. big sharp axe, shining steel, tempered in the fire. I'll chop you down like an old dead tree. Dirty old town, dirty old town. I met my love by the gasworks wall. Dream that dream by the old canal. I guess my girl by the factory wall. Dirty old town, dirty old town, dirty old town, dirty old town.
Dark streets of London. Dark streets of Louisville.
Dark streets of Lee.
Yeah, yeah. You don't have to watch it live. You guys ready? I'm gonna hit 3 on this one. You guys ready? Yep. Okay. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
I like to walk in the summer breeze down Dowling Road by the dead old tree and drink with my friends and Hammersmith Broadway, dear dirty, delightful old drunken old days. Now the winter came down and I loved it so dearly. The pubs and the bookies where you'd spend all your time, and they only got to sing with roses bloom again and turn like the leaves to the new summertime. Now the winter comes down, I can't stand the chill that comes to the streets around Christmas time. I'm bugged to the nation, and I haven't got a penny to wander the dark streets of London. Every time that I look on the first day of summer, think back to the place where they gaily see tea, the drugged up psychos with death in their eyes, and all of this really means nothing to me. Now the winter comes down, I can't stand the chill that comes to the streets around Christmas time. I'm buggered to the nation, and I haven't got a penny to wander the dark streets of London. Every time that I look on the first day of summer, think back to
We got about, what was it 17 more on the list there, Bryce?
That's the old joke. What? Thank you. You guys have been so good too. You guys have been really good. Very impressed with your behavior.
And Rosie brought some England. We'll stay and have a drink. A VP wine cider till we can hardly think. And we'll go where spirits take us to heaven or to hell. And kick that bloody murder in the town we love so well. A trans-metropolitan, yippee! For the dear old streets of King's Cross to the doors of the MCA. Going trans-metropolitan, yippee! We'll drink the rat's piss, kick the shit, and I'm not going home, yippee! Briggs's lovely boulevards, our houses and slightly shores. We'll scare the cannon puffs and worry all the whores. There's leeches up in Whitehall and Tweeds in GMC. And when we done as bastards and we storm the BBC, going trans-metropolitan, yippee! We're bending around the sun to me, and the KMRIA, going trans-metropolitan, yippee! We'll drink the rat's piss, kick the shit, and I'm not going home, yippee! Section 3, we're fighting in the town to a chicken or ice cream. We'll spew and large shit, nicked and things, and the way we'll kill in Maine. We haven't got a penny, boys, it's all the bloody thing. Trans-metropolitan, yippee! I'm tending around with the sensitive, it's a beauty, that's my Wayne. Going trans-metropolitan, yippee! And we'll shake the raspers, kick the shit, I'm not going home, yippee! This town is done sturdy, this town is blood that's dry. We've been here for a long time and we'll be here till we die. So finish off the leavings of bloody glue and beer and burn this bloody city down the summer of the year. Got trans-metropolitan, yippee! Going having down some two pump it, it's very short today. Going trans-metropolitan, yippee! They shake their ass, miss kick the shit, and I'm not going home, yippee! What's so funny? What's so funny? Share with the rest of us.
What's it?
Body, I work out.
This next song's about somebody who died.
Soon.
o'clock in the evening, every President's whiskey, very well gone way. There's nothing left to say. New York City boys in Boston and PA, they call out when they're running cloud and they often heard him say, I'm a free-born man of the USA. He fought that champ in Pittsburgh and he slashed him to the king. He took no time, he tied an alley and they only went one round. He never had no time for rights for drink or dice or whore. He never drew a fight when the point was right, so they sent him to Daddy, well gone away. There's not a lot to say. It's time to go and Aaron go, my love's an American. The calling of the rosaries, but his wife far away. I'm a free-born man of the USA. Say goodbye to you. I remember how I swore that I'd come back to you one day. And as the sunset came to meet the evening on the hill, I told you I'd always love you, always did not always love you. Daddy, well gone away. There's nothing left to say. To say I knew your eyes as blue as water in the bay. To big Jim Garner, I'm gonna wire that was off of her and say, I'm a free-born man of the USA. I'm a free-born man of the USA. I'm a free-born man of the USA. We'll just do one more real quick. All right, everybody watch Grady Jackson. They've already. Yeah. Just show him up.
Yeah. It's okay. Just pretend he's here.
I know why he left.
Hey, I'm with you, buddy.
The name of the game here is Beau.
Crab walk.
Okay, my darling, remember that the dome will be mine if I stay. And I think the words. And you know that I must go. Then to rot in their prison away. Hush my burning, the police are watching. And you know that I must go ashore. So good night and God guard you forever. And write to me once you get by. So good night and God guard you forever. And write to me once you get by.
Thanks, guys. Hey, let's just have a moment to sit and reflect, think about our friend Beau. Silence.
Peekaboo, dickheads, it's spinning it. That's right. I'm going to offer you guys an unparalleled adventure into the intelligence behind the history of rock and roll. It's still holistic development, all right? Exclusively through spin.
Crank it.
Rock and roll, rock and roll. Bewildered arrays of style come from soft rock, heavy metal to country. Each style actually analyzed my style, but Spit brought it to a new morphonesis, a new objective point of view, if you will. Even the Beatles, Elvis Presley, and the Rolling Stones can't compete with this shit. Thank you, guys. It's been awesome tonight. I know that I wallow in my own brilliance, and your all's lives aren't very good. Well, I think you're going to enjoy this song. Come on, go to the front. And I kick your heels up in the air and pound a fifth of brandy. For tonight is the night to drink up and dress all fancy. Grab your lady by the arm and take her to the dance floor. Spin her dipper, show your moves, but she can't dance and you've had it. I guess better wait till you get home to talk to her about it. Yeah, What? He didn't. He did. Here we go. Everybody, come on, please. Try to dance or something. Kick your heels up in the air and pound a fifth of brandy. For tonight is the night to drink up and dress all fancy. Grab your lady by the arm and take her to the dance floor. Spin her dipper, show your moves, but she can't dance and I've had it. I guess I'll wait till we get home to talk to her about it. Thank you, guys. Oh. I just finished off your beer, and now let's dance. I saw you walking over there by the I said, spit, she sees you. But then I realized she was looking just a bit right at this billboard next to my house. Oh, well, it's just another dumb night. This one goes out to all those guys out there with the wife. Raise your hand to her, the back of your hand. This song's about calendars. This is my stage, my song. Get off my porch. Last year my calendar was off by a half day. Last year all I got done was a puzzle Santa gave. But he's always holding, he's my fair dealer. I took my calendar to get fixed. My dude's the shit. My dude might have some shit. It's 60 shit. Just smell this shit. My fair dealer. You guys have been fucking brilliant tonight. This one goes out to all those crazy ass families out there. It is some serious shit. When your daughter fell for it, I smiled and I said, after I have fucked you, you might as well be dead. And if your daddy don't like it, well, he can take a bullet to the head. Holy fucking God. This song is so fucking good. I wish you guys would move to the front and put your feet and toes in the air. I can feel that. Oh, how about that? Yeah. Now I know I can feel it. Let's dance the island away. This is a story about the boy who had a close buddy, but he ran away. But then he come back home okay. It still was bad that he ran away. I cannot wait to tell you about the one part of the story where a boy fell in love. He found a collie dancer who was a girl on the island, a maiden, and now they dance the island away. Oh yeah, it's so lovely. Oh, you guys have been so awesome tonight. I can smell those half